What's up, guys? Intelitech Studios here, and today we have a special unboxing. Please excuse the messed up background. We're taking care of a puppy for my aunt-in-law, I guess you would call her, and she likes to tear stuff up. So there's some little bits of some sort of fabric on the floor. Hopefully that's nothing important. But regardless, today we're opening up a very special package, and I couldn't find a Sharpie, so I'm just making sure to have the label be on the side that the camera doesn't show. Unfortunately, we have the dreaded packing peanuts, and that'll probably be the most disappointing thing about this package. So I guess I'm going to find another box to put these peanuts in while we take them out. And that'll take care of that problem, so that way we don't have a massive stockpile of peanuts. Oop. But as long as the machine arrives safe, I'm not too fussed. Of course, this is going to make the unboxing a lot more time consuming. But if we spill a few of these, this is a vacuum cleaner, so we shouldn't have too many problems. If I get a little bit of these on the floor. So the first thing to come out is a pack of filter bags. Now I really hope these are HEPA. Oh darn, they're not. These are unfortunately the older style paper bag, so I will probably not be using these. But that gives a bit of a hint at what it is. There is a brand on it, after all. So I'm not sure if I'm going to end up using these bags, but who knows? Maybe they'll be good enough. Still, it's a free pack of bags that I actually didn't even know came with this machine until after I purchased it. So that's a fun little bonus. Trying to do this quickly so I'm not wasting any time, but these peanuts are slowing me down. Okay, what do we got here? Okay, got a handle. And this handle has some bubble wrap on it. So there's our handle. Got a lovely power switch and a dusting brush. Cord looks to be in good shape. Happy about that. This is getting stuff everywhere. Ugh. Packing peanuts. I'm not necessarily saying that they should be illegal, but I am saying that they're very unpleasant. Here's another handle, this time with a wand on the end of it, and a nice, this actually appears to be a much longer hose than what these normally would have come with. Not a big deal. Actually, if anything, that's better. Now let's see if we can't pull this out. Sebo right there. Both attachments on the back. So that's very nice. And grab the last piece that I assume is in here. And of course, the way this is in here, it's, I was going to say, it'd be kind of hard to get this out of here, but maybe not so much. And then, okay, there's nothing in there, so that is everything. So, grab the excess peanuts. toss these aside. Let me make sure this is angled properly. And we'll open this up. I'm a big fan of the green bubble wrap. Matches nicely. And here we go. There we go. I don't like how much this sticks to everything. So, here it is. Move that out of the way. The Sebo Essential G1. Looking at the bottom of this, you can see our brush roll, which is in really good shape. Just has some hair on it. Honestly, that's not a lot. I think I'll clean that off later. But yeah, we've got our filter right here. Ooh, that could do to be changed. I will change that one of these days. But still not a big deal. Got our 2-position switch. It's on the position that I prefer, which is all the way down. Have our height adjustment. So that's the lowest setting. 2, 3, 4. Wait, let's see. 3, 2, 1. So I assume 4 is the highest setting. I don't really notice a difference. I'll put it on 3. That might be the best for my carpet. So, to put this together, we're going to make sure that this is upright and make sure this little bit is up like this. And we're going to open this and see if there's a bag in here. And yes, there is. There is a bag in here. There's our filter. So while this is apart, I'm going to go ahead, line this up. And there we go, clicked into place. Got this cord thing on the back. On the back we have crevice tool in beautiful condition. And our upholstery tool, which is not. This needs cleaned. Kind of wish he would have cleaned that, given the price that this was listed for. So this machine was listed for $400. I offered $279, and the seller accepted my offer. So with shipping, I paid about $330 for this. This is a Sebo Essential G1. There we go. And that is nice. So now that we have the bottom assembled, we're going to grab our handle. Again, I'll try to get all this styrofoam off while I can. Make sure this is in the off position. We do have a dusting brush right here. Ooh, it's very soft. I've actually never seen one of these Sebo attachments, and this dusting brush is actually really soft. I really like this. I thought this was going to be kind of crappy, but this is actually a really nice brush. Okay, so I'll put that, snap that back on there, and so the way this works, on the G1, it's a little bit different. So instead of having an open and close tab, you just make sure this is lifted up, and you push this in place until it goes all the way in. You can't see the orange anymore, and once it's in all the way, so once you see this little silver tab right here kind of stick out, that's when you'll know to make sure it's all the way in. That feels kind of tough. Make sure, but yeah, you want to make sure that this is inserted totally so you don't see the red anymore. And once you don't see that anymore, it should be on all the way. So then we push this down, and it doesn't seem to want to click. So I really hope that's in place. Let's see, is this, yep, that's in there. That's not going anywhere. Then we've got our cable. Oh, I don't see any tears on the cable. The plug is in excellent condition. This is what I like to see. And then finally, I believe the hose was replaced because I'm pretty sure this hose is too dark for this model. I'm pretty sure this would have came with a white hose to match all this. But here's our wand. Put this in, oh, another piece of that. Put this in place, line it up with the back, line it up with a ridge on the front. Push it down until it clicks into place. Slide that down all the way. Okay, no, that was in right. I forgot that this slides all the way down. And then click that into place. There we go. Now the vacuum is fully assembled. So I'm going to go ahead because I already have a bag that has some dirt in it and I don't like to waste bags, so I'm actually going to put that bag in here. It's a HEPA bag. It is half full, and oops, hope I didn't just break that, because I don't like to waste bags. So I'm going to grab the bag from my X5 and put it in here, and we will install that real quick. I know some people may cringe because it'll be a bag that's half full, but I am going to do that real quick. All right, so now that we've got this out of the way, I'll put this bag back in this box. Squish those back in there. And now that I have this, I'm debating on selling my Sebo X5. Since I think I'm gonna like this more, but we will see. Let's set this aside. And we're gonna go ahead and try this out. See if it works. I have it on the free setting. Yeah, I like this. It doesn't have the buzzing problem that my X5 has. It's a lot quieter. Wow. Okay. So much nicer. Right up a little bit forward. There we go. Get all of that. Wow. Yeah. brush has a bit of a sound whenever it's turning off, but I think that's just the bristles scraping the ingest bars. Wow, okay, so I gotta say, I bought this. So basically, the backstory is I bought this on eBay. Like I said, the seller was originally selling this for $3.99, and I basically sent them an offer because they had offers available on it. And truth be told, I didn't think I was going to get it because excuse me, I have hiccups. I wasn't comfortable paying $400 for any vacuum cleaner, let alone a machine that I wasn't quite sure that I was going to like. This tab doesn't like to be all the way down for some reason, but the handle is holding in just fine. I hope that's not a problem. Okay, no, it's down all the way. Yeah, it's a bit funky. But, so I wasn't comfortable paying $400 for any machine, especially a used one. Now, I know these things, first off, the G1 isn't available anymore. I believe it's been replaced by the G4. For some reason, the G series always seems to be like a few years behind the X series, because I know the X series, they now have the X7 and X8. They're slightly updated. They have better filtration, headlights, all that stuff, faster auto adjusts. But the G1, this was only recently discontinued, and you can still find these new, or at least you could up until very recently, but they were always in the charcoal black color. They were never in this like greenish turquoise color. And those, to my knowledge, those are the only two colors this machine's available in. So I obviously wanted this teal turquoise color because it looks very pretty. I love the way that this looks, and I really wanted this exact variant. And I was actually talking to Alex from Performance Reviews, because he did a video on this exact machine not that long ago, only like a couple years ago. He was banging it around, throwing it all over the place, and I was like, ooh, where can I get one of these? And he's like, oh, good luck, these things are discontinued. These were discontinued a few years ago. You're probably not going to find any, let alone in this color. And so I was kind of like, oh, well, that sucks, because I figured this would be, out of this style of Sebo, obviously outside of the Dart and the Felix, which I still want to get a Dart or a Felix. I actually bid on an orange Felix a couple months ago, and I lost the bid. I didn't win it. In fact, I think I bid I ended up bidding like $28 or $30 less than the person that actually won it. So I was very close, but I didn't quite get it. And so I saw this, and like I mentioned, I offered them $279. I didn't think he was going to take it. I assumed that he was going to try to get it for like $350 or $360, something like that. And I assumed I was going to have to pay like with shipping almost $400 for this thing. And I thought, okay, I'll go ahead and send this offer for $279. I assumed he wasn't going to take it. I assumed he was going to send me a counter offer of like, $349 or something like that. And I figured, at that point, I probably would just pass it up and go on with my day. But to my surprise, I woke up the following morning and he accepted my offer for $279. So, and this was a day before I got paid. This was I sent the offer on the night of the 20th, and I woke up the morning of the 21st having won it. And so then at that point he sent me a message saying, hey, when are you going to pay for it? And I was like, I get my check in just a couple hours. You'll get it soon. And actually, no, because I think by the time I woke up and saw it, my check hit in like an hour from then. So I just didn't bother to reply. I just waited until my check hit, because it was only a couple hours. And then I went ahead and bought it, let them know that I paid for it. And this shipped out of Paducah, Kentucky. So this did not have to travel very far. In fact, when I went on vacation about a month and a half ago for Christmas, I actually drove through Paducah, so, to get to Florida. So had I known that he was selling this, I could have actually picked it up in person on the way driving back. But either way, I'm not complaining, because it arrived in one piece. There's like a couple minor scratches on it, but it's very minor. Like, this thing is in excellent condition. The guy said that from what I remember, he said that he used it only a handful of times, And that obviously rings true because normally if these are used commercially, like the corners are all bashed up and they look horrible. Yes, this does have some wear on it, but it's very minuscule. And considering the fact that it had all 3 onboard attachments, and I didn't even know it came with a pack of bags, so that's a bonus. It sucks that they're not HEPA, but still, bonus pack of bags. I'm not complaining. I didn't even realize it came with bags because it was in the last picture. And so my cat's meowing. Give me one sec. So basically, the long-winded version of what I'm trying to say is I didn't think that he was going to accept my offer for $279. It's in great condition. It has all the attachments. As far as I can tell, there's nothing wrong with it. And he accepted the offer. It got here really quickly, and I'm incredibly happy with it. This is the exact version of the G1 that I've been wanting because I love this color. I love like the greenish teal turquoise color. I find that the black color is just kind of boring. I think this looks a lot nicer, and I got it. So I believe this is the most that I've ever paid for a second-hand vacuum cleaner. Yeah, this is the most that I've ever paid for a second-hand vacuum cleaner. And the most that I've ever paid for a new vacuum is probably the Dyson that I just bought, the Total Clean. So I was going to use the Dyson Total Clean, but since I found out it's the bigger version of the ball and it's not the smaller version like the Multifloor 2 is, since I still have the 30% off offer from Dyson, I'm going to use that to get the Multifloor 2 for like $280. But I'm not going to do that yet because I don't have the cash. But with my next paycheck, I'll probably do that. And once I do that, those will be my 2 daily drivers because I've already fallen in love with this thing. And I saw a video from, I think it was Becco 1987, but I could be wrong about that, where he did a video on how to adapt this custom Sebo tool fitting to the newer Dyson tools. And I'm gonna grab one of those adapters because the biggest thing that's making me want to use my Dyson over everything else is the attachments. The attachments on Dysons are fantastic. The tangle-free turbine is really nice. All the dusting brushes, the multi-angle brush, the mattress tool, those are all amazing attachments, and I would hate to not be able to use those. So what I'm going to do is, because I've been using my Sanitaire SO4110A ever since launch as my daily driver, and as of now, I've replaced it with the Hoover Tempo because I'm testing out the Hoover Tempo in preparation for the full review. And I've pretty much determined at this point that this is going to replace those machines as my bagged upright of choice that I keep downstairs and actually use. And then I'm going to, right now I'm using the Dyson Kinetic Big Ball Animal Plus Allergy in preparation for the full review of that. And once that's done and I review those, I'm going to review the Ball Multifloor 2. Or if I can find the same vacuum but not in that ugly color, then I would like to do that, because I know I have the Dyson Slim Ball, but the cord's too short on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find some sort of Dyson to pair with this, because my biggest complaint with this is still that it's a little bit heavy in the hand, and just from using it this little bit, my back does hurt a little bit. So I do really like this machine, but I don't know if I'll be able to use this as often as I want because of my back issues. Whereas the Dysons, with all the weight being in the ball, they're very easy to use. So what I'll probably do, and once I get this figured out, I will do a video on what vacuums I actually use on a day-to-day basis, and what vacuums I have used over the years, because I know that's something that some people have asked me, like, hey, you have all these vacuums, what vacuums do you actually use? Like, what vacuums do you keep downstairs in the closet and actually use to clean when you're not doing your video? And right now, that combination is the Hoover Tempo T-Series and the Dyson Kinetic Big Ball, but obviously that changes all the time. But right now, I'm very happy with this Sebo. I love it, I love it, I love it. There is, with the HEPA bag in here, so basically what I'm going to do to this thing, all I need to do to this is I'm going to change the post motor filter, because that's obviously caked with carbon dust. And I'm going to clean up the brush roll because the bristles on the brush roll are perfect. I don't need to do anything to that, but I will clean the hair off of it. And I'll also clean the hair off this upholstery tool because this is nasty. I'm actually probably going to wash this tool. The crevice tool, it doesn't look like they ever used. Well, there's some scratches on it. I am going to wash all of these attachments. And then I'm going to, the brush roll on these Sebos is actually dishwasher safe, which before I do that, Alex or whoever else is watching this that knows these Sebos, if the brush roll is dishwasher safe, does that mean that I can wash them by hand as long as I dry them out, like with normal soap and all that? I'll ask Matt and Alex this from Performance Reviews and House of Vacuums respectively, because I know they deal with a lot of Sebo, and because if I can do that, I will, just to sanitize that and get that all up and away. Because once I do that, I think this machine will be damn near perfect as far as condition. And I am very, very happy to have this. I cannot thank the seller enough for accepting my offer. I am very happy. For those of you who have been wondering about my Sebo X5, I don't like the Sebo X5. I don't like the automatic brush roll, and I don't like the L-shaped nozzle. I know a lot of people tell me that it's better. This is far better in my opinion. My house does not have any appropriate use for the L-shaped nozzle. It only makes the whole housing be off balance, and it makes the brush roll have a buzzing noise for whatever reason, even after I replace the brush roll. So I pretty much given up on the X5. I will still probably do a video on it, but that's not guaranteed, and that will probably be available for sale on my OfferUp page. And I'm probably going to ask about what I ended up paying for this thing, since it is still in decent condition and it is much more expensive than this unit. And I hope that's a fair price for it, because I see X5s going for like $400 or $500. I see these going anywhere from like $400 to $500 as well. Usually I see these go anywhere from like $200 to $300. This one went for $400 because it's in really good condition, but I don't really find these much anymore. It seems like a lot of the people that have these commercially just kind of beat the crap out of them, and just to the point where they were too far gone. But this one is in beautiful condition, and I know that it will definitely survive day-to-day use because it's a Sebo, so I will definitely be using this. I've also noticed that when you turn it on, it takes like half a second to actually start compared to the X5. I don't know why that is. It's like and you can hear the brush making that noise. And now that I sucked up some of those good smelly bees, there's a nice smell coming from the vacuum, which is really nice. So, yeah. That's my unboxing and acquisition of the Sebo Essential G1. And, yeah, so I don't think I've been this excited about a vacuum unboxing for a very long time. And, yeah, so I will be using this once I review the tempo, I should say, because I need to use it a little bit longer before I do a full review on it. Once I do the full review on the tempo, that's gonna go. I really wish I could return the tempo because I honestly don't like the tempo, and but the eBay seller won't allow returns, so I'm stuck with the tempo. And if I daily this with the tempo, that would look kind of nice because they're both the same color. But oh well. So, anyways, I'm starting to babble a little bit, but anyways, this is Inteltech Studios signing out. I guess there's not much else to say, but this was my unboxing and acquisition of the Sebo Essential G1, made in Germany. I wonder what the date if there's any date information on this. But yeah, big shout out to the seller who sold me this. I'm very happy with it. Here, actually, I know I can just pop this off, so I guess I don't know if I'm supposed to disassemble this while it's plugged in, but I'm gonna do it anyways. What's that? Oh, oh, that's stiff. Let's see. I guess I'll have to turn that over. Let's see what this says on the bottom. So, let's see. Sebo Essential G1. The manufacturer code is AI. I assume that's an I and not an L. But it says manufacturing code AI. don't know if that means anything. Let's see. 12 amps, 60 hertz, made in Germany. 70 SF. I don't know if that means anything. E205, 284. Don't know if that means anything. And there's a serial number. Serial number B390-27786. Sebo America, LLC, Centennial, Colorado, USA. Floor care equipment, Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Household use only. Oh, that's interesting. I would have thought, I guess because it doesn't have a commercial warranty, because I always thought these were commercial machines, but I guess technically the Windsors are the commercial machines. There's some fluff in this little trap right here. But yeah. Great condition. There we go. That's the direction the brush was supposed to be in. Yeah, I will clean the hair out of this, but the bristles are still in excellent shape, so I don't need to change that, which is good, because that's less money I have to spend. It seems like one of these screws on this housing is a bit loose. I'm sure that's something I can easily take care of. Oh, this little piece right here is peeling off. That's not good. That's not good. That's peeled. This little bit right here with the check full bag and the check brush thing is peeling off. Hopefully that's not an issue. But yeah, what happens if I turn the power switch while this is like this? Okay, nothing. I should have expected that. Obviously make sure it's off before you disassemble it. This probably should be unplugged, but I like to live dangerously. Click. But yeah. I guess you know what? I guess I'll clean this chair real quick. Might as well, right? I need to get that. Well, I guess I don't need to get the Sebo turbo brush because I can just get the adapter to use the Dyson one, and it's if I use the old Dyson turbo brush that I have, the Wesselwork one, it's basically the same as the Sebo. Let's see. Can you even see this? Well, first off, you can see how good the hose stretches. I hope I was in frame because that would be very embarrassing if I was just talking off frame this whole time. But yeah. Well, I do notice the hose likes to constrict and hit you in the back while you're trying to use the tools. But the actual upholstery tool, there was a good amount of hair on this chair. Look at that rhyme, and it got all of it. So the upholstery tool seems to be decently effective. I would have thought that it wouldn't be all that good because it doesn't have like an actual lint picker. It just has this brush. But this brush seems to do a really good job at scraping all the hair off. So that's pretty good. Can't complain about that too much. I will still wash this. I'm actually going to wash all of these once I turn the video off. But yeah, that's enough wasting of your time. I hope you enjoyed this video of me getting the Sebo Essential G1. If you guys have a Sebo, let me know your experiences in the comments below. And I know some people who have been with my channel for a while are probably going to be freaked out and think that I'm only covering expensive vacuums now. Don't worry, I'm still covering budget machines. I did just buy the Hoover Tempo after all, and I will be doing a video on that. I will be doing a video on the Sanitera SO4110A, which I've been putting off for a long time. I just did the video on the Powerlifter Liftoff Pet, so I'm still doing budget machines. After all, I can't afford to do premium machines all the time because that would cost me a lot of money, but this was something I got a good deal on, so I figured I would get it because it's one that I've been wanting. So don't worry, I'm not abandoning the budget shoppers, not even close. I'm just adding more variety to the channel. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one. Peace.